So Tesla just announced that they have opened up the Robotaxi service to Houston and Dallas. So now they have unsupervised rides available in Houston, Dallas, and Austin, Texas. So it's definitely all in Texas at the moment, and obviously that has to do with the regulations in Texas. They're open to having those cities open throughout the state, so they can pretty much go to anywhere in Texas, I believe, and start a robotaxi service if they want to. But it's interesting that they're so quickly adding cities of unsupervised instead of just going into the city and actually starting with a supervised version of the service. They are just going straight to unsupervised, available in Houston and Dallas. So interesting to see. I don't know how many they actually have. Probably only have 15 or something overall unsupervised robo taxis. So they are still using Model Ys. To the best of my knowledge, I haven't seen any of them using the Cybercab, which they do now have the Cybercab rolling off the line in Austin. So they do, or not, yeah, yeah, Austin, Texas, where they have the Gigafactory. So they do have the Cybercab rolling off the line there, and they have been releasing some of them or making some of them without steering wheels. So they're seem to be the production model of Cybercab, but to this date, I don't believe they've done any unsupervised or even supervised, I should say, rides in the Cybercab. So it'll be interesting to see when they do that. And when they do start doing that, they could just dump a bunch of those Cybercabs in Texas and get that going really fast as far as the unsupervised Robotaxi network. So that will be interesting to see. And it does seem like it's going slower than, of course, what Elon had originally promised. What we've been told about when things would occur, it definitely seems slower, but they're doing it very slowly and trying to make sure that it's very safe. So I do appreciate that. Obviously, you want to get it right, because if there's any problems, any accidents with a robotaxi, then it's going to be headline news for Tesla, and it's not going to be positive. Whereas you have all kinds of stuff happening all the time with Waymos, which they are all over the place now. They have unsupervised, robotaxis, I should say, unsupervised drives in Waymos all over the country now. They have a lot of different cities that they actually have that up and running with no supervisors. So they do have a lot out there. I think it's like 2,500 or so cars that are in their current service. Maybe it's close to 3,000 now across all the cities across the U.S. And they are doing a lot of rides. And with those, though, they do have those edge cases that trip them up. Sometimes they get messed up with road work, or they get messed up with some interesting situation, and they kind of get in the way. And there's been like videos of fire trucks trying to get them to move out of the way so that they could go. And so these things happen. And of course, if Tesla did the same thing, they're going to face a lot more scrutiny for it. And so they're trying to be careful with this rollout. But it's still very exciting that they already have 2 more cities that they have the unsupervised robotaxi in. And they're supposed to have a lot more cities coming soon. I don't know if they're going to straight roll out with the unsupervised like they did in Houston and Dallas. I would imagine that it's more likely that they're going to roll out with supervised first. Now, I know that in California, the San Francisco Bay Area, they still have the supervisors. They don't have unsupervised over there. And I think there's a certain number of miles that they actually have to prove out on the supervised before they can go to unsupervised. So it'll be interesting to see actually how much time it takes to get these cities to unsupervised. But it is clear that even with 14.2, they are able to do unsupervised. So it's really only a matter of time before they are able to do unsupervised in customer vehicles. Now, I'm sure when that happens, it's at first going to be in areas that they already have unsupervised robotaxi rides. At least that's my guess, because it's not going to be approved everywhere. They also have the ability, though, to lower the amount of attention monitoring that it has before it gives you a warning, and they could pull up things on the display or notify you when you need to take control, in a certain area or a certain situation. It wants you to go ahead and take control. It doesn't know the map data as much or something. I don't know, whatever it might be. They could really do a level 4 type situation where it's basically within this certain area, like say it's on interstates, like well-mapped interstates or whatever. You know, it's unsupervised, you don't have to pay attention, and then it tells you, like, when you get off the interstate, it's back to supervised, and it just tells you you need to be paying attention, and it goes back to the attention monitoring. So it'll be interesting to see how they do that. I imagine that is probably how they're going to roll it out, because they're not going to be able to basically allow you to send your car anywhere without a driver for a long time. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I think it's going to be probably years from now before I could just like send my car to, say, a different state. Just like I'm going on a trip. We're flying somewhere, and like I want to send my car to be over there when I get there, so that I'll have my car instead of having a rental car, which would be really cool to be able to do that. Or to be able to like sleep in your car, like sleep in the back of the car, while it's taking you wherever you want to go. I mean, I think that's very far off, but I do think that they will probably, not too distant future, give you the ability to sometimes be unsupervised and sometimes supervised with you in the driver's seat. So you still have to be in the driver's seat, but you could potentially not pay attention at all, and it would just tell you when you do need to start paying attention. So we'll see how that happens, but it does look like that's going to happen with version 14. It may not until version 15. 14.3 was supposed to be the last piece of the puzzle, and they are going to do some more iterations on this, I think. But all right, so here's a situation where FSD is being very kind, but yeah, this guy, is he gonna go? Okay, he's waving me on. He doesn't want to go. I don't know why. That's interesting. So I don't know if maybe he's trying to get across 2 lanes. Maybe that was, no, let's see. No. Oh yeah. He was trying to get across 2 lanes to get in the turn lane, so that's why he didn't want us to go. So that's interesting. So that's a situation where FSD was like super super nice and letting somebody in, but then it was actually a situation where they didn't want to do it because they actually needed to get across a couple lanes, so they needed more of the traffic to be allowing them to do it. So that's a good example of like sometimes FSD is a little bit too courteous, and I thought he just needed to get out and wanted to be in our lane. So if so, whatever. But I did press the accelerator just because it doesn't look like Tesla is recognizing other like hand movements of people in other vehicles. It does respond to hand movements of like traffic directors and that sort of thing, but that guy was waving us on, and he was in his car, and it didn't seem to respond to that at all. So I pressed the accelerator. So no big deal. But anyway, so we'll have to see how long it takes before we actually get some of these unsupervised features out. Hopefully it's going to be soon after 14.3. Some of maybe the other point releases after 14.3, because they're supposed to be iterating really quickly. It's still a situation where we've got a lot of map data and navigation issues, and the parking lot stuff is really not there. I think in order for it to consistently be able to do unsupervised, I think we're going to need to have the map data solved for. So the map data and navigation just needs to be ironed out, as well as we're definitely going to have some more flexibility in the parking situation. So be able to tell it we want it to park at the front or the back, and get that banish. So get the ability to tell your car once it drops you off at the front of a store to just go and park. But really exciting times. We'll see how long it takes to get more cities. But now, as of right now, today, we can actually go to 3 cities in Texas and get unsupervised rides. So I'm really excited to be able to try it. Hopefully it will be somewhere where I am actually going or am close to soon. I haven't heard anything about it being in Atlanta, but it would be great if they would do it in Atlanta. Actually, Waymo recently released in Atlanta, so I could go down and get like a Waymo ride. I've never been in an autonomous car that it was not my responsibility to supervise. So I think it would be very different to be in the back seat, watching it drive you around. That would be interesting to see. So maybe I'll give that a try sometime with a Waymo, but it'd be even more exciting if we could get Tesla to do that in the area, because then that means we're even closer to the time when my own car that I own could drive me around without a driver, so I could just be in the back seat, be sleeping or whatever. So anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.